Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock God Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Let's Talk Hookup coming your way here. As we heard, Pete Gray not joining us. He is down in Panama, returning from that awesome Pesca Panama trip with Cast Tours, but we're going to look forward to hearing from him tomorrow, getting the full wrap-up of all the great fishing that they had down there on that awesome trip with Cast Tours. But in the studio today, we are talking tackle. We got the man, Marc Mills, Mr. Excitement from Shimano, is talking all kinds of great Shimano gear. And with Fred Hall Show right around the corner, we're talking deals. We're talking the gear that you need at this upcoming Fred Hall Show. Next week starts this Wednesday. Coming up, it's going to be a great time for sure. And well, if you want to join us in hour number 2, we are just having all kinds of fun and talking some great fishing. 858 area code 457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can call us on that toll-free line. That one's 877-792-1090. Again, 877-792-1090, the toll-free number to reach us right here on Let's Talk Hookup. And if you missed the beginning of the show, you missed it. Marc Mills has given us an unbelievable prize. One lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to get a brand new Torium 16 reel. It's a brand new Torium that we've talked about, the full Shimano makeover, and they're going to be available for the first time ever at the Long Beach Fred Hall Show. Wednesday will be your first chance to buy one, but one lucky caller is going to win one at the end of the show today. Again, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. Your chance to win that brand new Torium reel. And talk to the man, Mr. Marc Mills. And hey, it's time to find out what's biting out there. It is time for our Catch Report, which today is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Get the finest fish processing while you wait from your local, your long range, or your private boat trip. They have taken San Diego processing businesses to a whole new level with their superior service, their superior product, and innovations like pre-booking your processing orders and those great all-new tuna burgers. You can friend them on Facebook at Fisherman's Processing, or for more details, check fishermansprocessing.com, and I'm sure Sean and Rosie are super busy cutting those samples of the smoked fish and the jerky fish and everything that Fisherman's Processing always has a great display up at the show this year, and we can't wait for another one. Hey, let's start it off with our private boater buddy, the man, Captain Mark Wish, has got our fishdope.com report. What's up, Mark?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Mark. Hey, man. Good stuff, Mark. I love listening to all that Shimano talk.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It was great. Good seeing you, too, there at the Big Rock Show. I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, no, that was fun visiting. But, hey, guys, get this. So here we are, a couple days just past the first quarter moon, which makes it my favorite time to fish.
Okay.
Water conditions are excellent for this time of year. We got fish everywhere, red crabs everywhere, rockfish opener tomorrow, and Mother Nature decides to crank up this wind machine. Last night, it was gusting 41 at Nick and 53 at Santa Barbara Island. Hold on to your hats, guys. But fortunately, it's scheduled to start backing off today, coming down for tomorrow, so it'll be a little better, but still choppy. But here's the setup, guys. Up in Santa Monica Bay, those yellows, they backed off for a few days. They were still around, but didn't bite. Yesterday, it was game on again. Good scores on the yo-yo iron deep water fish. Same setup here off of Long Beach. It slowed way down, but but the stuff was around. The guys are seeing some big spots coming up, mostly later in the day there. But again, much better yesterday. And guys, these are big fish, man. These are big yellows. Use heavy gear. These tankers are just tearing up tackle. We've got some very interesting trivia from Catalina here this week. Private boat guys are over there a couple different days. They found some big barracuda backside east. Now, barracuda in their own right are a blast to catch. And as a tackle store owner, I love them because they bite off lots of jigs. But a lot of times those sea bass are right there with them. I've seen this many, many, many years fishing over there. Those barracuda show up first, the sea bass are right behind. So, it's unfortunate we got this little breeze right now because I'd be inclined to set up tonight on those ledges right outside the slide kelp, 13 to 14 fathoms, or around the outside rock there at Orange Rocks. That's kind of where they've been finding those barracudas. So this is just outside that zone. I would not be a bit surprised if there's a little bit of sea bass skulking around out there. Unfortunately, no word on a squid situation over there at all. It's just squid is basically evaporated. Talked to a customer from the north here. Half Moon Bay is loaded if you guys want to run up and make a tank of bait up there. San Clemente Island, good water all around the island. Lots of yellows almost all over the whole island right now. There's going to be some big scores coming out of that island with as soon as this weather backs down. And then for the rockfish zone, it opens tomorrow, guys. And remember, it's still 50 fathoms, 300 feet. They're talking about opening it up to 60. Has not happened just yet.
Good call.
And as far as the fillet regulations, make sure you leave the skin on. Double check the size limits. Some of the species that we'll be fishing for have size limits. Fish and Wildlife is just itching to write a whole bunch of tickets here, so don't give them that chance, guys. And we're going to see you all at the show.
Mark, awesome report, man. Certainly lots going on, and good call about that sea bass at the island. There's obviously a transition going on with our squid and our fish, and wouldn't be a least bit surprised to see the island be the place again where you go to catch a sea bass.
It's funny you say that about the island again, because this past few years, I don't think I have caught, and this is like crazy for me, but I don't think I've caught a Catalina sea bass in 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
And we've been fishing them, and we're catching them whoppers along the beach here. It's just the fishery changed, the patterns change, the waters change. Well, it's all different this year, guys. We're going to rewrite some history, and there's some very, very interesting stuff happening offshore right now. So I think you all better get ready. And since the wind's blowing, come on and see us at Pacific Edge here today.
I think that's a good call, Mark. Well, that great info as always, and that's the kind of info that it takes with thefishdope.com. We all get into our patterns of what it's been, but when things start to change, that's when it's so valuable to keep up on the change and when people find the fish and find the bait. And that's what you get with fishdope.com. And if you want to save $20 off of a brand new membership at fishdope.com, you can enter the code HOOKUP1090. It's all lowercase, no space. Going to save yourself $20 on great information, just like Mark was mentioned there. Mark, great report as always. Look forward to it, and going to look forward to seeing you in Long Beach.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's showtime. I'm just all fired up. I'm working on a brand new PowerPoint presentation for you guys. Lots of cool pictures from last year and even some from this year. And I'll explain what El Nino Modoki is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take you up on that, Mark. All right, we're going to see you at the show.
Okay, we'll see you.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Let's head on down to San Diego now, over to Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay, and talk to our good buddy Marcos. Marcos, what's going on there at Seaforth?
Good morning, guys. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
Hey, Marcos,
what's up, Marcos?
Well, beyond some weather that we've got coming through here, like you said, talking about earlier, rockfish opener tomorrow. Hopefully this blows through so you can get out there. Beyond that, there's actually some pretty good fishing this week on the half day. Good calico bass fishing, a couple of bonita in the mix there. Only saw a couple yellowtail, only, in the mix there. San Diego went down to the islands. They had some very good fishing. Their first trip was last weekend, and since then they've been seeing, last Sunday they had 51 yellows. On Tuesday, 13, Wednesday, 55, yesterday, 64, yellowtail, bonita, rockfish. So very good fishing out the islands, kind of what we expected there. So check the website, seaforthlanding.com. We have our schedule up there, those half days, the 3/4 days on the San Diego. So I have a handful of day-and-a-half trips scheduled there, and they'll be out there running. Said as long as there's interest, as long as you guys want to go out there. Not a lot to report this week. Like I said, just kind of continue that good fishing we had there. Check the website, seaforthlanding.com. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. Yeah, we'll get you out there fishing.
Right on, Marco. Certainly anxious to see how, I know Captain RJ, Captain Brian on the new Seaforth always seem to have incredibly good early season. Good fishing all the time, but those guys really do a number on those early season rockfish. They've really got that down. In the beginning of the season, we often see such of that good, big red rock cod fishing. So anxious to see how the boys do once our rockfish season opens here.
Absolutely. I'm sure they're anxious to get out there and have a few more options for themselves. They actually made a pretty good January, February out of there for what we have available to us. They did a great job there, so hopefully that just continues. And like we talked about before, I think a lot of people haven't had the chance to even put away their gear from last season. But now's the time, if you did, to get it out, start getting it tuned up and ready for the summer coming up here.
You got it. Great report, Marcos. Appreciate that. One more time, shoot us a phone number there at Seaforth if somebody wants to book a trip.
619-224-3383. Or you can book directly on the website. Our full schedule's up there, seaforthlanding.com.
All right, great report, Marcos. Appreciate that. We'll look forward to hearing you next week, and we'll look forward to seeing. I know Seaforth always does a great job at the Fred Hall Show. Lots of captains, a lot of great representation, and we'll look forward to seeing all those guys up here in Long Beach.
Absolutely. Stop by and say hi.
All right, Marcos. Appreciate that. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you then.
All right, thanks a lot for that. That's going to wrap up our Catch Report today. Phones are packed. Mark,
Yeah,
let's
they
jump
are.
right back into them. I do want to say real quick, and you mentioned it too, the brand new schedule of Shimano Let's Talk Hookup on the Water seminars. They're up right now. If you want to check them out, you can go to our trips page on our website, which is hookup1090.com. Check out the trips page, a list of all of the different trips that you guys are doing, and a lot of variety this year, which I think is really cool. I know those trips are crazy popular. I know
they are. We're going to be still, booking them up at the Fred Hall show as well, and at least giving you the information on what's going to go on each trip. But they are a good thing, and we're actually doing a little special deal on May 9th. So if you book one of these trips at any of the landings, so they're all supported, at any of the tackle shops that are supporting this, on May 9th, we're going to do at the Shimano Business Center, the Shimano corporate office there, we're going to do a seminar. We're going to have in some of the guys from the landings, the boat owners. We're going to do a barbecue, and it's only for this special group of Let's Talk Hookup fishermen and listeners that are going to be on these trips. So it's a May 9th. It's going to be a fun deal at the office.
We're going to do Shimano.
Go to Shimano, check it out. Check out our business center. Do a barbecue and learn about what's going to go on in your trip, the tackle that's going to be on your trip, and really kind of bring you into that little group of guys.
That's cool.
It's not for the general public, but you got to book one of these trips.
Hookup1090.com. Just go to the trips page. You can see all of the Shimano on the Water seminars are up there. And Mark, I know you work very hard strategically placing kind of the best boats at the best time of year. Yeah. And those trips are a really cool thing, especially when what they ended up doing last year is the fishing was so good. These trips were, they're chartered, so there's less people on board. Yep. There's Shimano gear available on all the trips where you get to check out news. There's usually more, there's pro staff guys who kind of help lend a hand, and they're the same price as the trip would normally be anyways. Right, yeah. We're not here to make money on it. No, not at all. Not at all. We cut the loads down to make it an enjoyable experience. We want the guys to use and learn the gear and become better anglers, and that's what they're designed for. And we've got 3/4-day trips, we've got overnight trips, we've got island trips, we've got tuna trips. Everything that's going to pertain to your interest as far as fishing. You can go out and do one of these trips. We're going to be doing giveaways. That's going to be awesome too. And you get to go with one of the tackle store managers or owners and get to know his business and tackle and everything else. So it's a great deal. They're very cool trips, uniquely positioned, and they're no more than just going on an open party trip, but there's less people on board and you get to use all that great gear. Yeah, and that deal on May 9th is that we've tried to do seminars on the boat, but let's be honest. I've been doing this for 20-some years. When you get on the boat, you want to go fishing. So you're paying attention, but you're more paying attention of how I'm going to catch fish. Exactly. So we like to spend this little time and go through the gear with you a little bit stronger. That's it. Well, hey, here's another guy that knows a lot about that gear, and boy, we were talking about it earlier this morning. Michael Folks from Inside Sport Fishing is online, and Michael, we were talking Fred Hall show, all the great stuff going on, and I know that you're going to be at the Fred Hall show again this year, and boy, this is just the time that we as anglers live for, isn't it?
It's amazing, you guys. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike.
Morning,
great to hear from you.
Yeah, hey, Mark. Yeah, it is. It's the kickoff for the whole season. There's no question. 60-some years they've been doing it, and it's just an honor to be a part of it. This is such a unique one because I feel the same way. We always say that in the shop. This is the kickoff to the season. This would be the first time where, the season has been, it never really stopped from last year, and we're going into this with great fishing going on. I can't imagine. This is just going to be an all-time one. I think so, too. I've talked to some of the old-timers, and they just said every indication is that we're going to probably have one of the most banner years we've ever seen in Southern California. I think so, too. I think it's going to be fun. And with that, you've got some exciting new things that you've been working on as well. Rick, I can't even begin to explain it to you. We've been working on this project for just a little bit over a year. And come Fred Hall Wednesday, come on by the booth, we're going to be able to introduce everybody to it. But basically, I think it's the next wave of inside sport fishing. It's going to be all a new digital app, mobile application, over-the-top streaming, all the episodes commercial-free, the entire inside sport fishing DVD library, up-to-the-minute live audio and video fish reports coming in from all the sport boats, private boaters. You can create your own personal profiles. It'll be basically an inside sport fishing Facebook anglers page. So cool. Yeah, he's telling me about that. He's been helping me with my stuff, and I haven't dug into him. So finally last week I kind of dug in. What is this app thing all about? What's going on? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is a great idea. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. The response we've had so far has been overwhelming, and it's we started off thinking it's just going to be a little project that we can no big deal, a mobile app, right? Oh my God. Well, I can't wait, and I know the little bit that I've told Michael, like you said, there's going to be so much
it's so much everything, so much content from all of the amazing video work that you've done. And Mark and I, we were talking about it before the show. There's not been somebody that has been so good at capturing fishing and showing it to public like you. You know, I mean, watching all the films and shows that you've done, like, that's us. You know, that's what we do, and getting to show it, and nobody has the ability to kind of just show the experience like you do. And so knowing that all of that is going to be available, plus all of the information and up-to-date catch reports that you're going to be gathering for it's just going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Rick. Yeah, it's really exciting stuff, and I appreciate it. And I started working on a sport boat when I was 9, and you know, it's like you just said, this is our lives.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
The show's always been about the sport of fishing, so it's just. I haven't been this excited about going to the Fred Hall Show in 25 years since we launched the show. So that's how excited I am about the app, and I just think it's going to be a phenomenal. And also, you know, when you guys come by the booth, let us know. Give us your suggestions. You know, we're wide open. We're still in the earliest beta testing phases right now. You know, we'll be able to show you some examples of what we're doing, watch some video of it. But, you know, we're wide open to any ideas. Somebody called the other day and said, God, if you could take an overlay chart, and then when somebody calls in, for example, a marlin report, you ping it on the chart. So it comes up and you can see, okay, this report came in at 8:05 this morning, and here's the spot that the call was coming in from. So, you know, we'll be able to create a daily log and pinpoint the catches that are coming in. And it's just exciting. I mean, it's so exciting to tap into some of this new technology and be able to put it into our industry in a way that I don't think it's ever been done before.
That's awesome. Well, we're really excited for you, Michael. Can't wait to see it, and we're going to look forward to you kind of unveiling it to the public here at the Long Beach Fred Hall Show.
Roger, you guys. We'll see you up there. And, hey, thank you so much for having me on this morning. I really appreciate it.
Ah, you kidding? Well, we can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to see you up at the show, Michael. Appreciate it. Look forward to it, and obviously looking forward to all the Inside Sport Fishing episodes. This season has been awesome. Don't ever miss a single one, and can't wait to see you at the show.
Thanks, you guys. Take care. Have a good day.
All right, see you, buddy. I'll see you at the show right across from the Shimano booth over there.
Roger, Mark. We'll see you.
See you, Michael. Appreciate the phone call. All right, let's jump back down to the phones. They are packed up. This time, we're going to talk to Raul, calling us from Gardena this morning. Good morning, Raul. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Raul. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, but I got a question. Sometimes I pull too hard, and I'm kind of new to the Spectra, so any advice? A little bit longer on the mono, longer fluoro, maybe a little more parabolic rod. How can I not lose a few fish this year?
Okay, I got actually a couple of cool things to talk about. First off, usually when you're using Spectra, you can go down a little bit on a rod. If you're used to using a heavy rod, drop down to like a medium heavy. That'll reduce a lot of that because you need to have some stretch there and you can get it out of your rod. That's why, you know, with the Therese rods, they're designed for Spectra. They're really soft. They bend a lot more. So that's going to be one way of helping that. Two, you know, that there's a lot of different knots to tie for splicing, and I'm sure that's possibly where you're popping it. And you know, there's improvements on knots, but you know, we're going to be doing a special deal at the show of really kind of showing you the benefits of hollow ace. And I kind of showed the guys in the office. I have a demonstration to do on a hollow ace. You know, serving the line up the hollow ace, your monofilament or fluorocarbon, or even putting on a wind on. And showing the difference in braking on that versus the braking on tying a splice. And no matter what splice you tie, if you tie it in there, it's going to break the splice every time. But if you use hollow ace or a hollow line and do either a wind on or feed it up the line and serve it, every single time it's going to break at your knot where you tie the hook. And we already know that's going to be its weakest point. So it shows where that area is where it's connected. Hollow ace and the hollow core is the best way to reduce that problem. And there's a lot of good knots. We've tied them all, but I'm telling you, the hollow line is where you want to be. And we see it on the long-range trips. All the long-range guys, there's a way of attaching it that way. So hollow's going to reduce that.
And, you know, the other thing, Raul, that I've always done, too, is I fish a longer rod. Like, back in the day, we always fished, or at least I did. I was always 6.5 and 7 foot, and that was your bait rod, and that we always use. And with Spectra and everything else, you know, with the amount of power that you get out of the reels, like, it's not like the old days of fishing a newel. You got power again. When you hook a fish on a Trinidad, on the new Torium, there's so much more power that you have in the reel that you now don't need to rely on the rod as much for leverage, so you can use a longer rod, which is going to, one, increase your casting distance, but also that longer blade is going to absorb that head shake, and it's not going to be quite as stiff and as short, and that rod will flex more with that longer, with a longer rod. And help you from pulling hooks. Fishing a slightly larger hook when you can get away with it helps. There's all kinds of things that you can do, because in any situation for fishing, there's always pros and cons. I would say the pros of Power Pro outweigh the cons tenfold, with more line capacity, better feel. You know, your bait has so much less drag when it's swimming. The stretch is one thing, but there's tons of things to accommodate for that. So I think you're looking at the right spot right now.
Hopefully you'll get a chance to come by the Power Pro booth at the Fred Hall Show, and I'll be there quite often, and our staff will. And I'd love to show you that, because that is automatically going to make you a game changer on what to do and to do the connections properly.
Good call. Raul, look forward to seeing you at the show.
All right, see you guys.
All right, appreciate it very much. Speaking of the show, the man of the hour is on the line right now. Bart Hall's giving us a call this morning. What's up, Bart?
Good morning, Rick and Mark. How are you today?
Good morning. You're a busy man right now, I bet.
We are running around, and we're in the car, picking up stuff, getting ready to go, getting everything, trying to remember everything, which, of course, we won't. We will forget something.
Oh, yeah.
But I was just thinking, with Michael Folks was just on there with that wonderful fishing trip we went on to fish down there in La Jolla in that reserve. And it was really a pleasure to see the two of you guys fishing together. You're such great anglers, and it doesn't seem to ever get old for you. And I just want to tell you how much I enjoyed being on that trip and watching you guys fish.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's always fun. We kind of go in here, we differ, because he does his stuff one way and I do my stuff one way, and he shakes his head, and I'm like, okay, well, it is, but you know what? We've been friends a long time. We've worked together a long time, and even him and I go, well, we just have our ways that we like to do stuff. It's pretty fun, but that's what makes it great about fishing, man.
Exactly. There's the right way and the Marc Mills way.
Yeah. Or the right way and the Rick Rock on Rick way. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, and of course, I know nothing, but I think I caught one of the bigger fish that day.
No question about it.
We knew you were going to do that, buddy. Come on.
And video to back it up. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, Bart. And speaking of a lot of fun, I know Mills and I have been talking about it all morning. We are so excited for the show. I know there's so much stuff going on, seminars and tackle sales and all the new stuff that's getting delivered. And I just, man, we cannot wait. I know I'm speaking for Mark when I say the same.
Yeah, same deal, man. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. We look for it every year, and it's just one of the places you got to be at. And if you can't make it to Long Beach, hey, I'll see you at Del Mar. It's all good.
Well, and also Shimano's bringing back the reel repair this year in the Shimano booth. So if you bring your own reel in, then they will show you how to work on it.
Yeah, we're doing our reel service seminars. What that is that, bring in a working reel, and our guys and Doug Baus, who heads up that department, and the guys there, will allow you to learn how to take the reel apart, how to clean and service it, and that in itself is awesome, because it kind of really keeps you to keep your tackle in gear and in line, and it's a great thing to know, and that's the benefit of the show, of having the opportunity every day to do that.
And also on the Hyatt Lagoon, Shimano's going to be down there, so you can really get a chance to try some of those new reels out. That's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, that's what makes it great. That lagoon's an excellent place. You're going to be able to throw your torium. You're going to be able to cast a tranks. You're going to be able to see the wax wing suspending baits fish. We got some freshwater stuff. That Gantrel by Jackal's out there.
Oh, cool.
Some of the new G Loomis E6X rods. I can't even talk about all the new stuff we have with G Loomis or anything else. Just don't have the time to do it here, but we'll see you at the show.
Yeah, very exciting. Okay, guys, I just wanted to... You just got me excited. You guys got me excited. So there you go.
Well, Bart, we can't wait. Wednesday is when it starts, March the 4th. I mean, we're super pumped up about it, and can't wait to see. I think it's going to be the best one ever. I always joke. It seems like every person we talk to in the industry is always saying, "Oh, I'm doing a seminar. I'm doing a seminar." I don't know how you find the time to do all the seminars you do, but I can't wait, Bart.
Me neither. It's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well.
That was going to be the next thing I said. A very big tradition for us here on Let's Talk Hookup is tomorrow's show, and that's with John Ireland from Rancho Lanero, who will be with us in the studio, and then getting to talk about the Big Fred Hall show for 2 hours with you on here, Bart. Look forward to it. Can't wait for talking to you tomorrow, and really can't wait for sliding into the show.
I really enjoy listening to you talk. Both of you talk. It's been really fun. Thanks.
All right, Bart. Appreciate the phone call very much. Thanks a lot for that. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including a big block of your phone calls. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice, right here on the mighty 1090.
What a concept. Manage your financial matters and take you fishing. That's exactly what Sport Fishing Financial Group is ready to do. Managing Director Richard Jensen has been working in the financial industry for over 25 years and his family fishing our local waters for 4 generations. At this year's Fred Hall shows, you can meet the founder of the Sport Fishing Financial Group and talk to him about the all-expense-paid fishing trips through this program. So stop by the booth at Fred Hall Long Beach and see how you can improve the service of your personal or business finances. And go fishing for free with the Sport Fishing Financial Group. Check sportfishingfinancial.com and sign up today.
Hi, I'm Bart Hall, and I'm here to tell you about the Fred Hall Show, the ultimate outdoor experience, March 4th to the 8th at the Long Beach Convention Center. People often ask me, what is a Fred Hall Show? Well, it's the largest consumer fishing show in the world, California's largest boat show, the most fun international travel show in the West, and Southern California's finest hunting show. I love these shows not just because my family name is on them, but because generations of Californians have grown up loving these events with me. Every year the shows are different, but this year we will be celebrating the greatest saltwater fishing season in over 30 years. We believe that this will be our best Fred Hall show ever. The show is packed with thousands of high-quality fishing, fly fishing, travel, camping, and dive exhibits. There are over 400 interesting seminars and dozens of family fun events, including the world's greatest knife thrower. There will be more boats on display than ever before. My grandchildren keep asking me if it's time for Papa's Show. Yes, it's time for Papa's Show. The exceptional Fred Hall Show, March 4th to the 8th at the Long Beach Convention Center. Details at fredhall.com.
It's Fred Hall Show time. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Be sure to stop by the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth and get the best pricing of the year on owner hooks. Get owner hooks for local and long-range fishing at the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. A must visit at this year's Fred Hall Show.
Hey Seagar fans, the wait is over for premium quality pink fluorocarbon leader material. Seagar Pink Label is made from the same proprietary process and exclusive Seagar resins you trust. Seagar Pink Label is soft and supple, yet provides superior knot and tensile strength. In fact, it has 30% better knot strength than competitive fluoro lines. A portion of the proceeds from the sale of Pink Label will be donated to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, Inc. Get Seagar Pink Label leader material at your favorite tackle dealer. To learn more, visit Seagar.com. Stop by the giant Turner's Outdoorsman booth at the Fred Hall Show in Long Beach. Over 10,000 square feet of tremendous savings for the first-time angler to the seasoned veteran. The Turner's Outdoorsman booth will have unbelievable specials so crazy they are only available at the show. Here are just a few. Huge selection of Avette blems at unbelievable prices. Seagar Premium and Pink Label. Buy 50 yards, get 25 free. Thousands of Shimano flat fall and Colt Sniper jigs in stock. Listen to this one. Shimano Tech hooded jackets were $100, now only $34.98. The hook selection is enormous at the Turner's Outdoorsman booth and all on sale. Buy 2, get 1 free on Mustad, Gamakatsu, and Trocar. Their top tackle experts from all Turner's Outdoorsman stores will be there to help. Make the Turner's Outdoorsman booth your first stop to load up for the upcoming fishing season. Turner's Outdoorsman, aisle 100 at the Fred Hall Show in Long Beach, where the deals can't be beat.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh my gosh, this club is playing fantastic baseball.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Been a very busy morning on the phones this morning. If you want to get through, 858-457-1090. That's our local line. Or 877-792-1090 coming for you right now. Here's a guy on the line we call our lobster guru, but we should probably call him our savior because I know he did a whole lot to keep our lobster season going, and I know he's doing a ton of work with the CCA that's going on also, and that's Jim Salazar. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Mr. Mills.
Good morning, Jim. How's it going, sir?
Say it all the time, but I want to, before we say another word, I just want to say again a big thank you because, Jim, I know we always talk about how important it is to volunteer your time and all the other things that are out there, but you're a guy who really does it, and I just wanted to say thanks first because I know you spent a lot of time working on all of our behalf, so I want to personally thank you for that.
Thank you much, Rick. I've been putting a lot of time into the CCA stuff, and what's really been blowing in my mind is how much time Captain Dave Bacon's been putting into it.
Yeah.
They've been putting a lot of time in, and all the other guys you're talking about, Bill Shedd and Dave Pfeiffer and all. But I just wanted to talk about the value, the coupon booklet that we just got.
Absolutely,
we got them yesterday.
Yep.
We picked them up. Dave Elm from AFCO picked them up, and we loaded them in yesterday. And it's the best value at the Fred Hall Show. For a $50 donation, you're going to get your entry to the show, which is a $16 value, an annual membership to the CCA, which is a $30 value. So you're already at $46. You get a copy of the Tide, the CCA's quarterly news magazine, a couple of CCA Cal stickers, a zipper pouch with the logo on it, a membership savings and incentive booklet. And this booklet has a value in excess of $150. And I'm going to go through some of this stuff if you guys have the time to hear it.
Go for it. Let's hear it.
Great.
Promar is giving away a free hat, and the first 50 members will get a free package of Sabo jig heads. That's a $17 value. Inside Sport Fishing has a free DVD, $10 value. A free music CD from Costa and Gary Schiebler. Bill Poole's book, Fish or Cut Bait. A free tuna lure from Cousins Tackle. Free package of swim baits from AA Worms. A free 4-inch sticker from fish sticker from Finbom. The following companies are offering same-as-cash discounts on their products. AFCO has a $10 same-as-cash discount, $5 same-as-cash voucher from Baja Fish Gear, another one from Fish Dope. Fish Dope and Bloody Decks has a $5 same-as-cash value, $20 savings on Kelstar Graphite rods, 28% on a Pacific Coast Sport Fishing subscription, and then a bunch of free drawings. You guys, Let's Talk Hookup and Maui Jim have 2 pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, isn't her pair?
$600 value there. Shimano has a prize package valued at $1,200. Dean Security has a Fireline safe valued at $1,500. Izerline is giving away a package worth over $500. Jackson Kayaks is giving away a Kraken kayak valued at $2,000. Bob Sands has a Shimano Therese rod and a Daiwa F33 HSP. And the following landings are offering discounts. Fisherman's Landing has a $15 on a half day aboard the Dolphin. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing has 50% off on a 1 regular price trip fare. Channel Islands Buddy Pass, get one free, buy one, get one free on the Gentleman, or $10 off on the Speed Twin.
Nice.
A lot of value, guys.
You know, and not only is it a lot of value, like you say, you're getting your money back and then some, but more importantly, you're putting your money towards a great cause, and that's the cause of keeping access open and all the great things that CCA is going to do for us as anglers.
And like I said, it's such a bigger organization than we've probably dealt with, and that's going to be, and like I said, working with them and some of the tournaments and how they promote fishing in the other parts of the country, it's going to be great. It really is. It's going to be a good match.
They have a great business model they've already developed since 1977, so it's a great organization. Hey, guys, one last thing. I need a couple of volunteers to hand out some I Support CCA signs before the show. We're going to hand out these I Support CCA signs to all the vendors that are helping us. The show starts on Wednesday morning at 1. I'd like to get a couple guys there around 11 o'clock so we can get these things delivered. If you're available, please email me at jim@sabaslayer.com or get in touch with Captain Dave Bacon at Wave Walker Charters.
So, again, jim@sabaslayer.com.
That's it.
All right, and you're looking for just a couple volunteers, help you pass out some signs. Just like you say, if you're going to be up there early anyways, we could use a hand.
That's it.
Awesome,
Wednesday
Jim.
morning or any other day if you guys want to volunteer in the tent. I know Mark will be there, so anybody else who wants to come in there, find a day to talk to Mark.
Jim, appreciate you spending all your time. Great job, and those are some pretty darn cool prize packs. $50, again, free entry, plus all the goodies that Jim just talked about.
Thank you, guys.
Jim, appreciate the phone call very much. We'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday at the show.
I'll see you both there.
All right, look forward to it. Hey, let's jump back into the phones. They're packed up. Brian in Chula Vista. We got some very patient callers. Brian, thanks for hanging in there with us.
Morning, Mark and Rick.
Hey, good morning, Brian. How are you, bud?
Oh, real happy. Mark, I can't thank you enough for just the quality and the synonymous with quality that the Shimano name represents. You guys have built such a brand loyalty. And I'm excited about the new version of the Torium. When the Calcutta got redesigned, I picked one up, and it's like, unlike car manufacturers that come out with a new model every year, you guys don't do it until you have something truly revolutionary and it's worth, redesigning it.
Yeah, we appreciate that, and that's kind of that's our model at Shimano, you know what I mean? And we want to make sure that if we're going to do it, we do it right. And, and I'll be honest, once we do something, usually somebody follows. That's what's going to happen. But we did a good job with this one. You're going to like it in all aspects, The way we kind of label that reel is that it's a value, not only to say value, but a competitively priced reel with durability and everything that you're going to want to fish with.
Yeah, I did have another question. Even though you guys kind of run the spectrum of all fishing stuff, because it is like, oh, Shimano makes that, I know it's going to be awesome. Is there something you guys don't already make that you wish you did, or is something that you don't make and you're excited that you will be making it?
Good question.
Oh, that's a great question. And unfortunately, I have to kind of play, kind of close my ears and not say everything. We're always looking at, new stuff, and we've got new stuff coming down the road that I know about that's going to be very applicable to this fishery, not right away. So we're always going to be, looking. We look at product, up to like 5 years out. Where do we want to be? What do we need to do? And if we have to make a change real quick, we can if it's necessary. But, being that industry leader, that's one of those things. We have to look out 5 years. And I can't lay it out there 5 years. Now with this, how competitive the market is, if I say something now, guess what? Somebody's going to knock it off that quick.
Yeah, and, you can see that progression from, years ago when everything was going to be more powerful, smaller, lighter, and then you flash forward to where we are now, and look what we're fishing with. New Trinidads and new Talicas and lightweight Therese rods. And
you know why that all changed is that the line changed. The line changed, and now the rods changed, and now the lures are changing. So as long as we stay on that evolution curve, then we're always going to be that company, no doubt about it.
I think Torium is the first time you guys have done a redo of a great reel where I've finally gotten over being nervous about it.
Yeah.
Every time you change something, it's like, oh, they're going to do new Trinidad. No, leave it alone, It's perfect. Don't do anything. We like it. And then it comes out like, oh, okay, yeah, that's way better. Or whatever that reel is. It could have been Bait Runner. It could have been Trinidad. It could have been Calcutta D. And they've all been killer. And finally, I think we're all over the nervousness of like, okay, yeah, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be awesome.
It's just like Trinidad. Same deal. It's like you had your old Trinidad. I'm not going to change it. And then you go fish the Trinidad A, and you don't pick up your old one ever again.
Totally.
And that's the way this is going to be. You know,
good.
You're going to fish the Torium HG, and you're never going to use your old one again. You're going to go, okay, now I got to, figure out a way to get 2 more or 3 more of these.
Totally.
And everything else. And, 14 is going to come, but it won't be coming this year. It'll be coming next year.
Brian, we'll look forward to seeing you up at the show.
Oh, I'll be there.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate the compliments.
Appreciate the phone call. Next up, let's talk to Grant, calling us from San Carlos this morning. Hey, Grant. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Mark. How are you guys doing?
Hey,
we're doing great, Grant.
Great, Grant. Good morning.
Hey, I just wanted to just throw out my line for the CCA, and I know it's just like there's no time like the present to get into this organization because it just seems like our foes and our opposition grows every year. And I'm certainly going to join, and my family's going to be joining too, my wife as well as Ryan. And I'm going to make sure of that and, think outside the box and sign up the entire family. And all the support we can get, the better. And then on another note, regarding the Tranks, I have to blame Rick. Thanks, Rick, introducing me to that reel as I borrowed his to go to Christmas Island. And I had a phenomenal time fishing the GTs on the popper. And for those of you that have a spinning reel phobia or old school, it's sure nice to have that conventional reel that for you in your hand.
No doubt about that, Grant. Like I said, it's just one of those reels that it just fits in your hand so well and so powerful, and that's cool. I'm glad you like the one that I know you have now.
Absolutely. And then on a third note, a little bit off subject, but kind of important, I recently did a couple of upgrades to the boat and the trailer, and I'd like to just mention real quick about the trailer. Dave Sedhalter with Anchor Management put some trailer brakes on my trailer, and I always thought, she can stop, that's fine, we have a 20-foot skiff. And now that those brakes are on that trailer, I realize how important it is to have them because it's like there's no boat back there now.
What a good call that is, because you guys had a very you and Ryan obviously our phone go, you have a very appropriately matched vehicle. You have a full-size truck for towing a 21-foot, Southern California style center console, perfectly matched. And like you said, you were always quote-unquote fine without them, but then having it, you realize how much better off you really are.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dave with Anchor Management's a stand-up guy, and he's been very, very good throughout the process, and I highly recommend them to anybody that wants to have their trailer done. And the one thing that I realize now is that we put a lot of emphasis in our electronics and our new reels and all the toys and things that we have on the boat. But when you're towing to the water, if you don't get there safe and sound, the rest of it's a moot point.
That's a pretty good call, Grant. Well, appreciate that, and really good words, too, on the CCA. Glad that the guys at Anchor Management treated you so well, and trailers is one of their things that's definitely a specialty, and it sounds like they nailed it for you.
You got it. You guys have a great day. We will see you at the show.
Great
Thanks,
words,
everybody.
Grant. Appreciate the phone call very much. Next up, let's talk to Doug, calling us from Montebello this morning. Good morning, Doug. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm looking for a surf reel, actually, for freshwater, too, from 6 12-pound line.
Okay, well, hey, that's not hard. I was looking at the thing here on surf reels, and we've really stepped up into the bigger surf reels. Truly the stuff you'd use down in Mexico on the eastern seaboard. But you're looking for more like, hey, I'm fishing bar perch, corbina, that kind of stuff. My suggestion is to go with either a 2500 size reel or a 3000 size reel, and kind of figure out where you want to sit in the spectrum. You can go with the Stratic as far as price point range. That's a great reel. Yeah. Stratic CI4 Plus is a favorite reel.
Favorite spinning reel. You guys
it's favorite freshwater, saltwater. It's great. If I'm going to pick one for you, I'm going to say a Stratic CI4 Plus. I really like that for that type of fishing. Especially because it's a carbon-based reel, so you don't have a lot of aluminum. So as far as any type of salt water or splashing, you're not going to get any type of corrosion factor that you may see on an aluminum reel. So my suggestion, Stratic CI4 Plus in the 2500 size.
I'm with you, man. Lightweight, very comfortable, very smooth reel. Doesn't kill the pocketbook. It's middle of the road price, but it's high end as far as all the feels and feature. That's a rad reel.
With 5 or 8 pound Power Pro, that's where you want to be, man.
Now that is thread.
Well, it is, but the benefit is that you can get your long cast,
totally.
And the current that you have coming in with the surf, it'll cut through that surf current really, really well.
And you want to talk about feeling everything, something as light as, live bait sand crab fishing
right.
for surf perch. You feel everything with that.
The important part, though, too, is that if you're using that swivel, when you're doing what I would consider your Carolina rig type fishing for that, make sure you go through the eye of the hook with the Power Pro 2 times, and then do your normal improved clinch, or do a Palomar knot, do a San Diego jam, whatever. But just make sure it goes through there twice.
2 runners going through the eye.
2 runners going through the eye, because it will slip if it doesn't.
Right.
As long as you have 2, it won't. But yeah, you'll like that. That'll be nice. You'll feel every little bump.
Good tip, Doug. We'll see you in Long Beach.
Okay.
Appreciate the phone call very much. How about next up, we jump right back into the phones and talk to Bruce, calling us from PB this morning. What's up, Bruce? Welcome to the show.
Hey, morning, Rick and Mark. I got a quick question for Mark, and I'll take my answer off the air.
All right.
Okay.
Why are so many of your saltwater rods and reels, especially reels, start with the letter T? Thank you.
That's just kind of where we started our naming convention years ago.
Good question.
It's a great question, actually, and we just started our naming convention like that, just like for the most part. Now we've kind of got out of that a little bit because trademarks are really tough, but a lot of our low profile reels are all started with C.
Oh yeah,
spinning reels are started with S. Exactly. It's just the way that we've laid out our naming convention. It's been a little bit more time. There's been so many different names out there, and the way trademarks are and different products, that now we can't do it quite as much, but that's just, and it's basically based off of the Triton series, I think, that's how we laid it out years and years ago. So you had your Triton series, and you got your TLDs, you got your Tiagras, and you can just lay it out.
I want to talk about real quick, you talked about, low profile reels and all the C's. Well, there's a new one.
Yes.
It's not a C.
No.
Tell us about that thing.
It's an A, actually.
Yeah.
Aldebaran is the new low profile that's out there, and Ricky and I are talking. There's so much that I can talk about. I can lay out this whole show of all the promotions at the Fred Hall show and all the new rods with the Zodius rods and all this stuff. It's tough to do it on the show, so that's what Fred Hall is going to be nice. But this Aldebaran is the lightest low profile in the market.
Period.
And it is based off a Core 50. Was at 5.5 ounces, 5.3, right in that range, which was an amazingly light reel, right?
When you guys came out with that Core
right.
MG, you could hold it in your hand, and it just didn't. It didn't look like what you were feeling. Didn't look like what you were holding.
Exactly,
it was
so light, and that's what it was at 5.5 ounces. Now the new Aldebaran is coming in at 4.7 ounces.
That's crazy.
I told him it's awkwardly light. It's like literally when you put it on a rod, it's not even there. But it's an awesome reel. It's got this new Silent Tune feature, which is kind of a spring-supported bearing system on the spool and on the non-handle side.
Okay.
So what that does is it really doesn't improve your cast, but it improves the richness and fullness in your cast. You don't get any vibration.
Okay.
So that, in conjunction with our 3D spools, the new low-profile market is, there's so many competitors out there, but they're just doing product and it works. we've really added some unique selling points into these new low profiles that are awesome.
That's cool. Well, I can't wait to see it. And you're going to have that at the show, too? That's
we
one
will.
of the things I know.
Yeah, we introduced it at the Bassmaster Classic.
And we'll be able to see him at the Shimano main booth. You'll have all the reels on display.
All the main booth, yeah. Especially you guys that are bay bass fishermen and want to do some flipping and stuff on the docks. It's going to be awesome.
That's cool. We'll look forward to it. Well, hey, let's jump into the phones, Mark, because I know everybody's excited to talk to you. Sam in Irvine, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. What's up, Sam?
Good morning. My question is about the new line. It's hard to just want to replace your line, but I want to go from like green to yellow on a couple of my reels, and I couldn't bring myself to do it until I heard about this thinner line. But how about if you were to hook up and you went 65, the skinny line against the old Spectra? I mean, are they both pretty durable? Are they equally durable?
Yeah, the durability factor's there. It's a whole new, different type of Spectra. So the durability factor's there.
This is Max Quattro.
Max Quattro, okay. Yeah. The durability factor's there. The strength is there. And all in all, it's just giving you that next opportunity to use a thinner line to accomplish longer casting and everything else. So it's still there. You'll still like that as well. And like I said, it's nice in that getting away from that green is kind of going to be your best thing. Go to that brighter line if you're a saltwater guy. Okay. You'll really appreciate that.
Yeah, I've lost a lot. I haven't been able to see fish at the twilight part of, when you're fishing at the end of the day. It's been pretty tough, so I do want to go to a different color for that.
Yep, we noticed that. Everybody wanted the green because they thought it was less visible. It's probably the most visible, and now that you can go into the yellows, that's actually least visible, believe it or not, for the fish point of view, is the yellow versus that green.
And easier for the angler to see. So
way easier.
Best
for the
of both worlds. Hey, Sam, appreciate the phone call very much. Thanks a lot for that. We'll look forward to seeing you at the show as well. Randy in Canyon Lake, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. What's up, Randy?
Morning, guys. Thanks for getting me on. Hey, I just love Shimano reels. I'm fortunate enough to have a few Toriums and Talicas and Trinidads, and I need to get them serviced. I haven't had them serviced for a little while. I'm wondering if you still offer the servicing at your headquarters there in Orange County. Is that still available?
Yeah, 100%. You can bring them in, get them clean and serviced, and I really suggest that, especially this year. You're getting ready for this season. You're going to want to do it.
Now.
You can also bring them to any of our satellite service centers too. I think Fisherman's Landing does it as well, and they're registered satellite service for us. They do all the reel repair. But if you bring them in, you can drop them off behind the counter, or if you ship them in, tell them you want to clean and service. If there's a problem somewhere, make sure you tell us what that is so we know where do we start. Just like you wouldn't bring your car in and go, here, see you later. Give us a direction. The guys really appreciate that, and you're going to be happier, and you're going to get a better product at the end of it as well.
That really helps, too, because a lot of times problems don't exist until there's pressure on the line, because we see it all the time in the shop. A guy will come in for repair. It's like, well, there's no, the reel's real grindy when I turn the handle. Well, it's not grindy at all when there's no pressure on the line, but then when you put it, then it is. So giving those guys a heads up of where to go is a big thing. And I know another one, and this may sound something like, well, of course you do that, but you see it a lot. Make sure to include some contact information on how to get back to you. Sometimes we'll have this killer note on exactly what's wrong with the reel and what to do, but no phone number to get a hold of you to get an address to send it back to you.
Right,
so.
And if you bring it to one of our service centers, one of the, tackle stores or something, they may get it to you a little faster. I know that we're getting kind of booked up on some of that, but either way, it's all going to come back to you in a better working manner.
Thank you much, guys. I appreciate it.
Randy,
Thank you very much.
The phone call. Thanks a lot for that. Next up, talking to Brian. Brian's calling us from Westminster this morning. What's up, Brian? You're on with Marc Mills.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Brian.
Hey, Mark, I was wondering, is there any new rods that Shimano's coming out with that you could kind of share with us?
In the freshwater market, in the saltwater market?
Saltwater.
Not right now. We don't have a new series that's going to be out at the Fred Hall show. We still have our Therese and Talus and all this other stuff, and Black Therese has been amazing.
Yeah, stoked.
But right now, that's kind of where we're at. On the freshwater side, we got the new G Loomis E6X bass rods out, the new Zodius rods by Shimano. But saltwater right now, saltwater rods don't all change that often because one of the guys, they like their rods that they use this year. They want to keep the same one. Look at how long CalStar's been around. Very similar action. So we do have some stuff coming down the road, but it won't be until later in the year.
Cool. Well, we'll keep posted on that.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned real quick that G Loomis has the E6X. That's the green rods?
Actually, they're a black rod with high vis yellow, fluorescent yellow, wrapping and high points on it. And that really kind of brings us into a new category for G Loomis. under that $200 and under category.
Yeah, still high-end Loomis quality, components, feel, crazy lightweight, but affordable for everybody.
True. Handcrafted in Woodland, Washington. We're not bringing them offshore. We're not sending them anywhere else. Still handcrafted in Woodland, Washington. But it gets that kind of starting angler into the G. Loomis, lineup that he's always wanted to at a better price point, right?
Yeah.
And once they start there, they go up to the GLX or they go into the NRX, but it gives them a starting point now that's more obtainable for a lot of the anglers.
But unlike a lot of lines where you see they make a price point product, nothing was held back in G. Loomis quality.
No, you got good rods, good ports, straight up Loomis rods. When you feel them at the show, you're going to go, man, that's a Loomis rod.
Yeah.
You know what it is. And there's, I think, 32 models right now. You've got very technique-specific actions. You've got some Mag Bass series. So if you're a G. Loomis guy, or if you're not a G. Loomis guy and you've been wanting to get into that family, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, super sweet. Brian, you're going to really dig them. Hey, appreciate the phone call very much. When we come back, we're going to find out what lucky guy's got himself the brand new Torium. There's more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Mighty 1090.
It's Fred Hall Show time. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Be sure to stop by the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. You'll find the most complete selection of saltwater tackle at the show, including Shimano rods, reels, and accessories. No one has a better selection of Shimano, Talica, and Trinidad reels. Accessories like tackle boxes, flatfall jigs, Colt Sniper, and more. Make sure to see the new Torium A. The Fisherman's Landing Tackle staff knows your needs. Come see our best booth ever. Fisherman's Landing Tackle, a must visit at this year's Fred Hall Show.
Fish and Mission is the best way to get involved in the growing sport of kayak fishing. And Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay will host this great event every Sunday in April and May. Now you can take part in a kayak fishing trip with a professional guide and a top-of-the-line, fully outfitted 2015 Hobie Mirage Drive kayak. And kids are welcome too. A 5-hour, fully guided kayak fishing trip on Mission Bay, including use of the latest model Hobie kayak, fishing gear, and more. It's Fish and Mission with Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay. Easy to sign up online at fastlanesailing.com or call 619-222-0766. Sign up soon. They will sell out.
For Rancho Leonero, here's John Ireland.
Since the fly fishing craze has come on, I'd say good 30% of our business now is fly fishing. And Jeff DeBrown does a great job. He's our fly fishing guide, and the fishermen in particular, fly fishermen, love to run up and down the beach on the quads, and they catch a lot of rooster fish. In fact, they're not known for taking artificial lures. They're a sucker for flies, and they'll catch everything else too. They catch yellowfin, they catch marlin, sailfish, dorado, and they like the program down there. It's very relaxing, and people feel like the ranch is their home. It's certainly the getaway, or their secret spot, I guess would be a better description. And then number one comment that we always get is don't change a thing. Our emphasis, just like it always has been, is we don't change. We'll make our program better, but we don't change it. RanchoLeonero.com.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. All right, the big winner of the brand new Torium 16 reel is going to Brian in Westminster. Brian, congratulations. You are going to love the new Torium. And like you said, for anybody that wasn't the lucky guy out there, the first time we're all going to get to put our hands on and purchase that brand new Torium is at the Fred Hall Show. Again, March 4th through the 8th, Wednesday is your first opportunity.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks again for having me on the show. Come to the Shimano booth. Like I said, I can't even go through all the different promotions that we have with Power Pro, G. Loomis, and Jackal and everything else. But come to the show. We can lay it out there. Go to your, the tackle stores at the show and least come and spin the handle on the Torium, man. You're going to love it.
Yeah, no doubt. Mills, great job.
Thanks,
so
man.
much, like you said, there's just too much stuff to go on, but really appreciate you taking the time. Lots of great information. Really appreciate it. And that's the beauty of the Fred Hall shows. We get to talk to you and all the guys.
Hey, if they didn't get on today, I'll see you in 3 days. Come by in 3 days.
Well, we can't wait. Mark, appreciate it. If somebody wants to get more information on this great stuff, what would the best way to do that?
Hit on the website, fishshimano.com, and see the videos, see all the information, man.
Look forward to it, Mark. Great job. Appreciate that. Hey, another great show coming for you tomorrow. As we mentioned earlier, it's our tradition, Fred Hall tradition. John Ireland from Rancho Leonero will be in the studio, along with Bart Hall from the Fred Hall shows. Going to be a great time. Plus, we'll get the wrap-up from Pete. Lots more coming your way right here on the Mighty 1090.